All right, so it seems like Art Briles' comeback into coaching is over before it began. After a massive backlash, he will not be taking the job at Grambling State. And who else behind all of this nonsense? The one, the only, the clown himself, Hugh Jackson. Because of course he is. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story as well as give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily update videos, share this video with your friends. We just hit 200 subscribers. Absolutely amazing. We are growing like crazy. All right, so for those of you that don't know, Art Briles, former Baylor head coach, was added to Hugh Jackson's staff last week as the offensive coordinator, I believe, offensive, something at Grambling State. Art Briles has a very checkered history. If you don't know, he was fired from head coaching at Baylor due to covering up a massive sexual assault, sexual misconduct within his players, within his program. It's some really bad stuff going out there. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to look it up, you can. Just be warned. It's kind of bad, but I'm one who believes you can learn, you forgive somebody, you give people second chances. I think this was a while ago, so hopefully he's changed. It was a pretty bad mistake, but he hasn't coached in college football since then, and the backlash was just too much. He is stepping away. After it was announced last week that Hugh Jackson was hiring him, because of course Hugh Jackson has to add himself into the story of this. I'm going to go into more about Hugh Jackson here in a second. There's some crazy shit going on now after all this. Massive backlash on social media. Prominent alum like Doug Williams said, hey, he needs to go. Basically, they said, you got to step down or we're going to force him out. It was really, really not good. I feel bad for Briles. He had a really, really tough time dealing with everything at Baylor. It was really bad. And I think he deserves another opportunity somewhere to prove himself. Maybe some people can't forgive him. Maybe he'll never be forgiven. I, for one, would like to see him get a second chance. He was a really good coach at Baylor. It's just unfortunate for him that all this stuff is the backlash. We do live in the mob era days of the mob comes for you, you're done. But of course, like I said, Hugh Jackson is the only person that can lose without playing an actual football game. He is the head coach at Grambling State, and if you don't remember, he already inserted himself earlier this month, making himself look like an idiot into Brian Flores' racial lawsuit against the NFL, saying, yeah, I was paid to lose games, and then his dumbass had to walk things back a week later after they were like, oh, you're going to get sued if you're lying about that. He's like, oh, I was never paid. So of course he is. And because he made this hire, everyone started to jump in on Hugh about it, blah, 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 blah. And then Hugh's crazy ass releases this statement here talking about Art Briles. And like he said, the ending of this letter is the absolute cherry on top. He says, we shouldn't bring up Art Briles' past at Baylor because it might re-traumatize the victims. Bro, what are you talking about right now? Yeah, I'm sure it's really hard for the victims of that, but you can't ignore this. What are you talking about, Hugh? Oh my God. I'm starting to question how Hugh Jackson got a job as a coach in the NFL, how he ever won a football game. This guy just seems like a moron. And because of all this, now I'm all about the forgiveness. I'm all about the redemption. But come on, dude. People are going to talk about it. People have every right to talk about it. It was a massive, massive thing. It's just so stupid. Oh my God, Hugh Jackson is just, he's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know why I keep talking about him, but it's so frustrating. But it's just you can't not talk about something that is just so blatantly bad, so out of character, so out of touch. And then because of all of this coming out, we got reports that the Hugh Jackson Foundation is now a shell corporation to launder money, like the Twitter sleuths out here, because goddamn it, the internet's undefeated over here. Apparently the Hugh Jackson Foundation collected $158,000 in 2019, most recent tax info, paid out $115,000 to its sole employee. I wonder who the sole employee is, and spent another $15,000 on travel. They only gave out $4,000 in grants. And then let's check out this thread, because I think they clap back here. Here we go. The Hugh Jackson Foundation. While you failed to report where the money came from, Hugh Jackson was the largest donor, and he personally donated over 75% of the funds. I personally donated from my salary back into the organization as well. Our records are clean. Yeah, I don't understand about that whole, this is so bad. And then apparently they did some more digging, and there's rumors it was like a trafficking ring. I don't know. That could just be some people trying to link it to the Art Briles stuff. It's absolutely insane what's going on. Only Hugh Jackson could find himself in this situation. This is absolutely hilarious. This went from an Art Briles, like, coming back, redemption possibly, to him being fired, Art Briles story, to, like, all on Hugh Jackson again. It's like he's Mr. Magoo and he just falls his way into, like, disaster. It's hilarious. It's so bad. This is just going to keep developing, I'm sure. This does not look good. I'm sure the IRS is just all over this bad boy. They're going to be digging into this real quick. Hugh, you seem to do nothing but step on shit. So let's see, like, the last month you've kind of, like, put in doubt Brian Flores' pretty reasonable lawsuit against the NFL. You then hire Art Briles and draw major backlash to your program and your job at Grambling State. But then again, I didn't even realize he was at Grambling State, so maybe that's kind of a, good publicity. Any publicity is good publicity at that point. And then you have your foundation make this stupid release, or this release through your foundation or whatever. And then you're apparently looks like you're evading taxes or some shit. I don't know. I can't say that, but that's what people are saying here. Only you could do these things, Hugh. Jesus, dude. Like, holy shit. No wonder why you won 2 games in Cleveland. Like, good God. I don't know how he ever has a job. I don't know how Grambling State keeps this up. I think Grambling State should fire him. But then again, big name gets you the job. We see how Deion Sanders, but at least Deion is a good person. Deion is a good coach, it seems like. And he's molding men out of those boys at Jackson State. I don't know what Hugh Jackson's doing here in Grambling. God damn, this is wild. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.